Now, Effective Communication with Phil Zeller, CEO, Dale Carnegie, Southwest Michigan.
So I got some feedback from a new listener the other day, and he shared with us something that we could do. He shared with us that I could have made my point in 2 minutes or less. And you know what? He's right. I could have made my point in 2 minutes or less because he's absolutely right. And if he did a little background check on me, he probably realized, Phil Zeller, Effective Communication, that I have been teaching Dale Carnegie classes for over 27 years. And I have trained thousands and thousands of people on how to give a presentation in 2 minutes or less. And he probably knew this because he probably did a bio check on my background before he decided to post something on social media about me. And so I appreciate him taking the time to do his due diligence and realize that he's right. I could have done a 2-minute magic formula talk for this show. And I want you to think about this for a moment. How many times do you get some feedback from somebody and you ask yourself, how do you take that feedback? Do you welcome it? Do you appreciate it? Do you understand it? Do you value it? Do you process it? Or do you say that's a waste of time? Which way do you look at it? Now, interestingly enough, Dale Carnegie said that we should welcome criticism. Because if somebody's going to take the time to truly share something with you, obviously they're thinking about you. They're thinking about what you said. They're thinking about what you shared. They're thinking about what you believe. And something says that you're worth their time to share something back with you. Now, that being said, the question is, what criticism do you welcome? Well, you welcome criticism that you could do something with. If somebody just wants to call you a name because they're having a bad day and they're unhappy with their life, that is a waste of time. But there are two criticisms that you always, always, always appreciate and welcome. One criticism, like the one I got, is based upon knowledge. Because if the criticism is based upon knowledge and the other person has studied things and they know things, maybe that you know or that you don't know, more importantly, things that you don't know. And if they criticize you about some knowledge that they have that you don't have, and so they're criticizing that you're not doing this because I know how to do it and you don't, well, that's when you say, well, by all means, please help me to understand. Share with me what you've experienced, because obviously you've experienced some things that could teach me something. So share with me. Now, what's going to happen in that situation is that they're going to step up and actually follow through with giving you an education. They'll give you an education on what they've learned and what they've been taught and what they've experienced that could help you. So if they have knowledge and they're willing to do that, by all means, get an education. Now, if they're just going to criticize and not give you an education, well, obviously, they're just having a bad day and they're unhappy with something in their life. So therefore, they're going to continue to be miserable. And they're not looking at trying to improve you or improve the situation or care about other people learning and improving what you're doing. So with that, understand that if they did care, they would engage in the conversation and they would share with you wisdom from what they've experienced from their experiences that made them better to understand this new way of thinking or new way of doing things that maybe you don't understand. So with that, the first one you always accept is somebody has knowledge and they're willing to share that knowledge with you of how you can improve what you're doing. The second one that you always take into consideration and you don't get defensive with is if it's somebody who cares about you. If somebody cares about you and they're giving you criticism and you know truly in your heart this person cares about me, we have a relationship, there's a friendship, there is a mutual respect for one another at some level. If they're criticizing you, they want you to be better. They want you to do the right thing in this situation that you may not be doing. So they're criticizing you not to say you're a bad person. They're criticizing the behavior in the moment because that's not congruent with the person that they know, they love, and they respect, and they appreciate, and they care about. So they're holding you accountable to that better version of yourself. And your challenge is to remember that and not get defensive and turn to them and say, you know what? Tell me about that. Tell me what you're thinking. What am I doing right now that's not congruent, that doesn't make sense? And help me to understand, because I know you care about me and you want me to see me do better. And I probably could in this situation. Please help me to understand what that is. And then, again, education will take place. And that's an education that you want, because you want people in your life to help look out for you and have your back, right? You always want your wing person to be there with you and support you. So that's a good thing. So as Dale Carnegie said, your challenge in life is not to get defensive. It's to welcome criticism. And if you want a litmus test, the litmus test is knowledge or caring. If they have knowledge or they care, then listen, hear them out. Because as I said, education will take place. And education will be your education or their education, or you're both going to get an education, or some people are going to realize they got to look in the mirror and make their life a little bit better. Any way you slice it, don't get defensive. Welcome the criticism. Now go make it happen.